Hi there, how are you? Welcome back to M Talks. A lot of things have changed. Times have changed. The way people see things have changed, especially with respect to monies. There were times when people said a lot of things which were relevant at those points in time. But now, if we were to look at some of them and how they have changed completely around on their head, you will be really surprised. Earlier, we were told never borrow money unless you had to. But today, look at the situation. If you don't borrow money, if you don't go through the process, you don't have a credit history, which means that at any point in time, if you want to borrow, should the need arise, you don't have a credit history for the banks to rely on and to give you a loan. And once you build the credit history over a period of time, it gets better and better. The chances of getting higher amounts are there. So today, it's imperative that you actually take a loan for you to start building your credit history or your credit rating. Two, if you take a loan, the moment you have money, repay it in full. Look at it now. When you have money, it's better to use the money for something that you actually want to invest or something that you want to build on. You don't want to repay a loan because, first of all, the banks from whom you borrow from do not like foreclosures, do not like you returning the money ahead of its time. So actually, it's you're better off using the money for something, a better investment, which can actually offset your monthly payments or your due payments to the bank for the loan that you've already taken. So not paying back the loan is a good idea at this point in time, if you look at it that way. And as always, cash is king. You have cash at hand, cash at your disposal. It's always, something that is a kind of a safety factor. Third thing, never take a top up loan. Why not? If you have been paying the loan on time and if a particular amount is eligible back to you, it makes sense to top it and take the loan back again and use the money for something that you can probably, kind of enhance your lifestyle or do something better. The fourth thing, never buy things in installment. If you have cash, buy them, otherwise, don't buy them. That really doesn't make sense anymore because there are so many things that you can buy on zero interest free schemes. I mean, zero interest schemes, which means you're not paying an extra penny for the item that you're buying. The deal is between the retailer and the bank. So, whatever is that they make out with each other, that's not your problem. You don't pay anything extra. And most often than not, we really cannot block our monies when we want to buy something. For example, you want to buy a car. I mean, you're not going to put like, let's say, $1 million and, block that money. Instead, you put, let's say, 100,000 and take the loan, enjoy the car. And after a while, maybe 2 years, 3 years down the line, if you want to sell the car and you want to buy another one, it makes it that much more easier. And the third thing is, if there is something untoward were to happen, the bank with whom the car is pledged is going to take in interest in solving it. For example, if you have an accident, they will actually spend a lot of time and effort pursuing the insurance companies to get the insurance money sorted out. So you have a huge infrastructure backing you up. And this thing I really don't understand. They say you should save up and buy one house. And then that is the house you're going to live in. That is the house you're going to breed your family in. I'm sorry to use the word breed, but that's where you're going to actually build a family. And that's what you're going to leave behind for your children and so on and so forth. Why? If you have a loan eligibility, you can take a loan. Buy a small house now. And over a period of time, if you are able to service the loan well and you kind of have some additional monies available, buy another house. This is how you build wealth. This is how people have actually built wealth by growing. And the problem, the good thing is that the asset value when it comes to a house, most often than not appreciates. Okay, so you actually will be able to, if required, sell it at a higher price, settle your loan, and also have some monies with you, cash with you in hand. Isn't that a good thing? And of course, the other thing that they say is never invest borrowed money. I don't see anything wrong with that. If, for example, you have a great investment opportunity, but you don't have the cash in hand, what's the harm in borrowing and then using it for investment? Because if you're going to wait till you amass or you kind of you save up that kind of money, by the time the opportunity is lost, and you would have the horse is bolted. So it's okay if you borrow money and make a good investment. For example, a friend of yours, let's say a promoter of a company, he wants to give a promoter shares to you because he has some problem, financial problems. What's the harm in borrowing money and buying promoter share? Because tomorrow that's going to go up if it is a good investment. I mean, those are things that you have to look at, sure, for sure. But if there is a good opportunity and you want to invest, there is no harm in borrowing and investing. See, these are things that people said those days because it was more a cash kind of an operation those days. People only dealt in cash, and banks were still, how should I say, in the nascent stage. And these are concepts and theories that people came up with that kind of a setup in mind. But now, like I said, things have changed. They have changed phenomenally. And with the banking system, unless you have a presence, you have a history, you have a rating, it's going to be difficult if tomorrow you were to need money to approach a bank, and then you have to start the whole process again. They have to go through your profiling, your income detailing, your verifications, and all that stuff before they give it to you, and that's going to take much longer. So in during the time of real crisis, that's not a process that you want to go through. So it's better off that you do this, you start it now, and then actually build a credit history which you can capitalize on should the need arise. This is what I wanted to share with you in this video. Thank you for listening in to me. And please do subscribe. Please do hit the notification button so that whenever new videos come in, you are notified of them. In the meanwhile, stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy. Bye for now.